own home. Don't need the recognition, don't need the applause, the crowd. I need my spot straight up when nobody's watching, standing proud. Never, I don't drop my head when the fight gets hard. The way I carry struggle is the only real reward. My posture on the hardest days tells the truth about my fight. Head held high, that's the statement, that's the light.
Chin up, spine straight, carry it with grace. No collapse, no shrinking, hold the space.
They don't understand the battle, so they don't respect the war. That's fine, I ain't fighting for the credit anymore. I fight because the version of me built through this exact terrain is worth more than the applause, worth more than the explain. Dignity ain't loud, dignity's the way you hold your frame. When everything around you screaming that you're not the same. I don't need them to see the struggle to know that it's real. Head held high through every single thing I feel.
The posture earned through every storm. I'm ready, dignity's the uniform.
Everybody fighting something invisible to everyone else. My struggle doesn't need a witness to prove it to myself. I don't carry my head high cause the path was never fair. I carry it high cause I refuse to let the hard days win the stare. Down is easy, down is where the weight wants me to stay. Up is a decision made again on every single day. Nobody's gonna hand me credit for the war I fight unseen. Head held high is the only trophy that the struggle's ever been.
Up straight, carry it like proof. I'm ready, dignity's the only truth.
The way I move through hardship when there's no one keeping score is the realest measure of the strength. I'm building nothing more. I don't need the story known to know that is being told. And the way I hold my shoulders when it's freezing, when it's cold. Every difficult season needs a bends you will reveals the version of yourself that's underneath the way it feels. I choose revealed, I choose the posture that don't bow, don't break. Head held high through every hit for my own sake.
It's the round, unseen becomes the crown. I'm ready, never letting my head down.
Every rep under pressure taught my neck to never bow. Every hard season built the posture I'm carrying right now. I don't need the validation, don't need somebody keeping track. I need my own respect for how I handled every setback. Strength ain't only in the muscle, strength is in the way you stand when nothing's going right and no one's reaching out a hand. I built this posture through the seasons, nobody saw a new head held high. That's the only witness that I need.
That's the only way I stand.
I'm ready, dignity unplanned. So if the day feels like the fight that no one understands or sees, know your posture through the storm reveals exactly who you'll be. You don't need the recognition, don't need the applause to cry. You need the way you carry weight while standing straight in pride. Every hard day handled with your head still held up high. It's building something permanent no matter who walks by. This ain't about the witnesses, this ain't about the score. It's about the strength you build and about the stuff you're standing for.
No one has to see your fight for it to be real. The way you carry yourself through it already proves the strength. Keep your head up.
That's the whole answer.
Nobody, 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 nobody,
That's the whole answer.
Guilt kept me frozen longer than the mistake itself ever did. The mistake was a moment, the guilt was the sentence I hid behind. Carrying it everywhere like it was proof for who I am instead of just a page, a chapter, a single closed exam. Never, I don't know the past and endless apology. I owe myself the clarity to finally set it free. The version of me that stumbled taught the version standing here. That's not shame, that's a foundation, that's not something to fear.
Drop it, the guilt, it served its time. Lift it, the will,
It's still mine. I used to think starting over meant erasing what came first. Like the only way to heal the wound was pretending it never occurred. And I learned the scar's not something that you have to hide or fight. It's just proof that something happened and I'm still here, still upright. Committing to myself don't mean the old me was a waste. It means I still see something in me worth continuing to chase. Every fresh beginning isn't a denial of the past. It's a declaration that the story's built to last.
it's the reset, clarity, no shame. I'm ready.
Carrying forward the name. The guilt kept whispering I didn't deserve another try. I stopped listening to a voice that only wants to see me die. Slowly, quietly, in the corner of my own potential stock, I chose clarity over guilt. I chose will over the mark. Starting new isn't about forgetting, isn't about denial. It's about refusing to let one chapter cancel out the trial of everything I'm building, everything I'm working to become. Recommitment isn't weakness, recommitment is the sum.
Clear, commit, the guilt loses its hold. I'm ready.
Clarity making me bold. I don't need the old version of me erased to build the new. I need the lesson, kept the guilt released and the will pushed through. Every person who ever rebuilt something worth having stood on the exact same ground where something broke. If they could see it clearly enough, they know it wasn't a defeat at all. It was the necessary crack that let the clarity fall. It plays to the focus into the will I'm choosing now. Starting over is respect for the story, not a is built on lessons I once paper in full. Every choice to keep going is proof that guilt don't get to rule. I don't drag the weight of what went wrong and do what's coming next. I take the wisdom, leave the shame, and keep the world complex. In the whole world, the memory and the motion all at once. That's the actual skill, not pretending nothing happened, not the stunts. Of force, positivity, just honest clarity and drive. Recommitting to the fight is how the story stays alive.
Clean slate, the story still stands. Clarity in my hands.
So if the guilt's been sitting heavy, telling you the story's done, know that starting over is just proof you still believe you won. Something worth continuing, something worth the fight, worth the cost. The past isn't a race when you begin again, it's not lost. It's the foundation, the lesson, the reason you know better now. Recommit to your revolution, that's the only actual vow. Guilt says stop, clarity says continue, will says go. Come out the noble,
That's the only truth I know.
Starting over doesn't erase what happened. It proves you still believe there's more worth building. Leave the guilt at the door. Bring the will.
One name.
My team ain't worth nothing if my actions don't back it up. Talk is a currency that's easy to spend, easy to corrupt. I don't need to announce what I'm gonna do before it's done. I need the proof, standing after, that's the only one. But I don't build my worth on promises I make. I build it on the follow through, that's the only stake. Every goal I said out loud is a debt I owe myself. Paid in actions, not excuses, sitting on the shelf.
Say you do it, the gap is where you're judged.
Name earned.
The weight that isn't budged.
Everybody's got a mouth full of promises and plans. You got to follow through, that puts the weight in their own hands. I stop measuring myself by what I said I'm gonna be. Started measuring by what shows up when nobody's watching me. My name doesn't need defending when the actions speak alone. It doesn't need explaining, doesn't need a hollow tone. Every rep completed after I said I was a brick. And the only reputation that's actually legit
It's the proof. Action over sound.
I'm ready.
Building on solid ground.
I don't chase the credit for the goal before it's real. I chase the discipline that makes the whole thing actually seal. Shut, closed, undelivered, not just spoken into air. My words a contract with myself, and I don't leave it there. Every time I follow through on something no one made me do, my name gets heavier, gets realer, gets a little more true. I don't need the world to witness every promise that I keep. I need myself to know the difference between shallow and deep.
Keep it quiet, the proof will show itself.
I'm ready.
Building earth, building wealth.
A name's just a sound until the actions give it weight, until the promises attached to it stop showing up late. Or not at all, replaced by silence, replaced by explaining why. I don't explain, I execute and let the record clarify. If commitment kept this currency that can't be faked. Every commitment broken is a debt that can't be shaped. Off, forgotten, buried, it just sits there keeping score. I don't leave debts unpaid, I settle everyone before.
Mr. Round, the name is proven here.
I'm ready.
Actions making it clear.
Every rep I finish after saying that I would is proof. Every heavy set completed when it's easier to slip is proof that the name I carry isn't decoration, isn't just for show. It's a running total and I control which way it's gonna go. I don't need the loudest promise, don't need the biggest talk. I need the quiet follow through, the discipline, the walk. Matching every word I said, that's the entire game. Actions confirm the value, actions make the name.
Plan, earn through what gets done.
I'm ready.
Straddling debts one by one.
So what's your work and getting lighter, getting easier to break. No, the fix ain't found in talking, it's found in what you make. True through action, through the follow, through showing up again. Every single time you said you would, and then actually did. Actually finished, actually paid the cost. That's how a name gets heavier, that's how respect's never lost. Through what you promise, not through what you claim. Through what gets done after, that's what makes the name.
Your name isn't built by what you say you'll do. It's built by what you actually do. Every kept promise adds weight. Make it count.
Make it count.
Don't gotta win the whole day, just gotta win this one right here. Don't gotta fix the whole life, just gotta make the next minute clear. The mountain ain't the mountain when you break it down to small. It's just the next 60 seconds, that's the only thing I caught. I don't stare at everything I gotta overcome, I stare at what's in front of me and I attack it one by one. Big turnarounds don't happen in a single giant leap, they happen in the minute step while everybody else is asleep. This minute, win it, that's the only task. That's the next one, win it, that's as much as I ask. I used to freeze up staring at the size of the whole climb. Now I just detect the 60 seconds, that's directly mine. This rep, this breath, this exact decision right in front of me. That's the only battlefield that I need to see. The next step doesn't need me to have already won a war. It just needs my full attention, nothing less, nothing more. Every minute I went clean, adds up to something I can't lose. Smaller stack is how the giant turnarounds get their views.
This the method, one and then the next. I'm ready, building minute by minute, unvexed.
The whole life doesn't fit inside a single hour, single day, but the next minute always fits, always finds a way. I stop trying to solve tomorrow while I'm standing here right now. Started solving what's immediate and I figured out the how. Every champion's comeback story breaks down to the same core thing. 1,000 minutes, one in a row was what made the difference thing. Not one moment of brilliance, not one lucky giant break, just in second. It's my victories that added up to the stakes.
Stepping one on top of one, I'm ready, that's how giants get out one.
They want the whole transformation headed over in one shot. I want the next 60 seconds, that's the only thing I got control right now. This rap, this exact place I stand, that's a battlefield that's actually within my hand. The future's built from now repeated, not from now ignored. Every minute treated like it matters is a minute that's stored into something bigger, something I can't see from where I stand. But I trust the stack and trust the process, trust the plan.
Just around the minute's mine to win. I'm ready, that's where the turnaround begins.
Every rep I finish clean is a minute checked off the list. Every set I push through fully is a victory that exists. Independent of tomorrow, independent of the past. Right here, right now, this minute, this is built to last. I don't need the whole race form before I feel like it's real. I need this minute handled, that's the only thing I gotta feel confident about. Sure, I'm locked in and refusing to bend. When I'm in the next one, that's how the big turnarounds transcend.
It's the only minute that exists. I'm ready, winning everyone on the list.
So if your whole life feeling heavy, feeling like too much to hold, stop trying to solve it all, that's not how the biggest story's told. In this minute, just this one, that's the entire plan. In the next, until the turnaround's in your hand. Every giant comeback that you've ever watched or read about was built from someone treating every minute like it counts. Not the whole mountain conquered in a single mighty stride, just the next minute, one clean cut over it over. Side by side. You don't have to win the whole day, just win the next 60 seconds. Do that enough times in a row, and you'll look back
and call it a turnaround.
Falling isn't your ending.
Staying down with beats, but that's not what you're doing.
Get up, get up.
The rest of the story is still yours to write.
Falling ain't a verdict, falling's just a thing that happens sometimes. The flow don't get to write the ending, don't get to close the lines. I hit the ground, I felt it, I let it hurt, I didn't lie about the weight. But lying there permanent was never gonna be my fate. Never the false, got no authority over my next move. It happened, that's a fact, but it don't get to choose what I prove. Staying down is the only actual defeat that's real. The fall itself is just a moment, not a final deal.
Fell hard, that's a fact, not a fate. Lie now before it's too late.
Everybody fall, that part ain't special and unique to me. What's unique is what you do when you're on your knees. What you decide to be. The floor try to tell me that's where the story ends. I told the floor it's just a chapter, not the final trend. I don't measure myself by the moment that I dropped. I measure myself by the second that I chose I hadn't stopped. Every false got an opinion, tries to whisper it's the end. I don't listen to the floor's not my friend.
It's the choice, get up, not give in. I'm ready to fall, don't get to win.
The version of me that stay down never gets to exist. Cause every time I hit the ground I made a different list of reasons I'm still standing, reasons I'm still in the fight. The fall don't know my story, don't own my final right. I don't need the fall to be pretty, don't need it to be quick. I just need to get in the part, that's the only trick. Everybody watching thinks the fall's the whole entire tale. I know the fall's just punctuation after failure or the fail.
Up against the floor, don't get the vote. I'm ready, rewriting what they wrote.
moment that you hit the lowest point, you'll know that lowest points are just a setup, just a joint where the whole story pivots into something they don't expect. The fall's not the plot twist, horizon is the architect. I don't argue with the fault, I don't pretend it didn't land. I just refuse to let it be the only thing I understand about myself, about my story, about where this thing's gonna end. The fall's a chapter, not the author, not the final trend.
Just around the ground's not where I stay. I'm ready, rising, come what may.
At every rep I add after a fall is proof the fall don't run the show. Every set completed after doubt is proof I chose to grow. I don't need the fall erased, I don't need a clean record check. I need the evidence that after falling I still step
forward.
Up with past the moment that tried to seal my fate. The floor's opinion doesn't matter. The floor don't get to dictate what comes next, what I become, how the story's gonna read. The fall don't decide, I decide.
The only creed. Veil, rose, that's the only chain. I'm ready, nothing stays the same.
So if you're on the ground right now, feeling like it's over, feeling done, know the fall's just a moment. It's not the story, it's not the run. You get to choose what happens after you get to write the next page. The floor doesn't have a pen, doesn't have a say, doesn't have the stage. Every person who ever built something worth remembering fell first. The difference isn't whether they fell, it's whether they reversed. The direction got back up, kept moving toward the goal.
The fall don't decide your story. You do, that's the whole. While falling isn't your ending. Staying down would be, but that's not what you're doing.
Get up, get up, get up.
But the rest of the story is still yours to write. Everybody's stopping you, either.
Every critic's got an opinion on the road that I should take. None of them are walking it, none of them got skin and what's at stake. I stopped consulting voices that got nothing on the line. My decision to keep moving is the only vote that's mine. Never act on proclamation for a comment or a doubt. Obstacles show up expecting that they'll turn my whole thing about. They don't know the difference between an obstacle and a wall. One of them just slows you, the other one don't stop you at all.
Move through the noise, don't get a vote.
Forward, still.
That's the only note.
Bad they show up uninvited, think they got the final say. I let them visit, never let them tell me how to run my day. Criticism's loud, but it ain't got the legs to walk my path. It just stands and commenting while I do the actual math of showing up or pushing through or adding one more rep. What the noise stays exactly where it started, never taking a step. My decision to continue outweighs every obstacle combined. Cause obstacles are temporary, my decision's built to last design.
It's the wall, decision breaks it down.
I'm ready.
Nothing turns me around.
Everybody's got a reason why the plan's not gonna work. I got a decision that don't negotiate, don't shirk away from what it takes to keep the momentum, keep the drive. Obstacles are just proof that something's actually worth the fight alive. I don't need the path clear before I start walking it today. I need the will to keep on walking when it's blocking every way. Every barrier that's ever tried to stop somebody dead meant somebody who decided that they're walking through instead.
If the barrier ain't the boss,
I'm ready.
the decision doesn't pays the
A
cost.
bad day is a weather pattern, not a verdict on the trip. It passes through, it doesn't own the vehicle, doesn't own the grip on the wheel that I'm still holding still, steering through the storm. My decision to continue is the only constant, the only norm that matters when the critics and the obstacles line up in a row, trying to convince me that it's time to quit.
Time to let go.
I don't know the noise and explanation, don't owe it my attention. I own my own decision, the respect of my full intention.
Just around, the barriers fall behind.
I'm ready.
Nothing stops what's in my mind.
Every rep I finish despite the noise. It's proof the noise don't run this every hard day. I push through anyway, confirms my own commitment. I don't measure my result by how quiet the road happens to be. I measure it by whether I kept walking when it fought against me. Critics fade, obstacles pass, bad days eventually turn. The decision to keep moving is the only thing I've had to learn. To trust completely, hold on it tighter than any storm, any noise. Nobody's stopping me.
That's not evidence, that's just my voice.
Still moving.
The barrier already lost.
I'm ready.
I'm worth every call.
So let the critics talk, let the obstacles line up, let the bad days come. None of them get a vote on whether I finish what I've begun. My decision to keep going outweighs every single thing that's ever tried to plant itself between me and what I'm building. You can doubt me, block me, throw the hardest day. You got my way, I still view walking forward at the end of it, for finding a way. Since the value of my decision was never up for the game, nobody's stopping me.
That's not a pose, that's just my fate.
Criticism doesn't have a vote.
Obstacles aren't verdicts. Your decision to keep going outweighs all of it.
Nobody's stopping you either.
I can feel the weight. Ain't gonna pretend that it's light. Ain't gonna pretend the pressure isn't real, isn't tight. We're feeling it and float into it. That's two different things. I carry the weight standing, that's the only thing it brings. I don't need the pressure gone before I stand. I need my feet planted, need the will inside my hand. Feeling the weight is honest, giving in though it's a choice. I feel it every day and every day I pick my voice. Feel it, the stand. The two can coexist. Breathe, reset, keep the fight in your fist. Hard days don't ask permission, don't announce before they hit. They show up heavy, testing everything I'm made of every bit. I don't fight the feeling, don't pretend that I'm unmoved. I just refuse to let the feeling be the thing that decides what I do. Breathe it in, feel the weight fully, don't minimize the load. Then reset, recompose, and keep walking down the road. Standing don't mean numb, don't mean no weight, don't touch you deep. Standing means you carry it and you don't collapse, don't sleep. This the stance,
Wait the felt, not obeyed. I'm ready,
standing,
unafraid.
every difficult day's got a right to show up, got a right to press. It doesn't have a right to make me fold, to make me lay down. Confess that I'm done, that I'm finished, that the weight has won the war. I let it press without letting it decide what I'm standing for. Resistance isn't pretending that the hard days don't exist. It's feeling every ounce of pressure and still closing up the fist around whatever will I got left and using it to stay upright. I'm broken, standing at the end of the hardest day.
Right, pressure don't decide.
I'm ready, standing with the weight inside. They think staying strong means never feeling like it's too much to hold. I think staying strong means feeling it and still refusing to fold. The two aren't contradictions, they're the actual honest truth. Strength was never numb, the strength was never bulletproof. It's a willingness to feel the full weight of a difficult day and still find a breath to reset and a way to stay. Standing planted, I'm moved by everything trying to press you down. That's the entire difference between breaking and holding ground.
It's the round, pressure meets the will. I'm ready and standing, steady, standing still.
Every rep under pressure taught my legs to never fully bend. Every heavy day I stood through is a lesson I extend into the next one and the next, and every difficult day ahead. Standing isn't a single moment, it's a muscle that gets fed. Like every time I chose to breathe instead of chose to break. Every time I felt the weight completely and still refused to shake. Loose enough to fall, I built the standing rep. I rep. That's the only training that prepares you for the weight you're gonna get.
The weight don't get to choose. I'm ready, this is a fight. I refuse to lose.
So if the weight feels heavy, if the day feels like too much to bear, no, you're allowed to feel it fully, allowed to feel scared. But feeling it isn't surrendering, isn't giving up the ground. Breathe, reset, and stay standing. That's the only sound that matters at the end of every difficult, heavy day. Not that it didn't touch you, but that you found a way to carry it up right, to hold your ground and stay to pay. That's the only thing I'll ever say.
You're allowed to feel the weight. You don't have to pretend it's light. Just breathe, reset, and stay standing. That's enough.
It doesn't move until the mind gives the command. Every heavy lift starts in a place that eyes can't understand. Before the muscle flies, before the slip begins to fall, there's a decision made in silence that commands it all.
Never.
I don't wait for the body to be ready first. The mind decides, the body follows. That's the actual reverse. Strength ain't something waiting in the fibers, waiting to be found. It's a thought that refuses to stay still, refuses to back down.
Look at first, but before you feel the pull,
Release aside,
then the body answers for
they
it.
train a muscle like it's separate from the mind that gives the call. But the heaviest weight I ever lifted came from the thought before it all. The moment I decided that I wasn't gonna stop was already the victory before the body hit the top of the rep, of the set, of the session, of the fight. The body's just an instrument, the mind's the one that's right. Every time it wants to quit, I don't negotiate with soul. I remind it than before. I check the thought that's running underneath that's asking for the door. Every plateau lies first inside a thought that's said enough. Every breakthrough lives inside a mind that said keep pushing through the rough. Wanna bring the muscle separate from the will that makes it move. I train the mind first and the body's just a living proof. Lead, follow, that's the only change. I'm ready, my mind pulling through the pain. Motivation's not a feeling that arises before the work. It's a decision made repeatedly by minds that never shirk. The body doesn't need to feel like fighting to still put up the fight. It needs the mind to make the call and follow through the night. I stop waiting for my body to feel powerful, feel strong. Started deciding first and letting physical catch up along the way. The reps, the sets, the sessions where it mattered most. The mind arrives first, always the body's just a host.
It's the round, decision leads the war. I'm ready, my mind pulling even more.
Every rep under pressure is a conversation, mind as with the will. Every heavy set's a negotiation where the mind decides who's still standing at the end, still pushing, still refusing to lay down. The body just executes the verdict that the mind already found. I don't wait for strength to feel present before I make the call. I make the call and strength shows up. That's the order of it all. Thought thirst always first before the muscle ever engages. The mind pulls the body through every one of its stages. The body's gonna follow.
I'm ready. Feeling the strength I borrow.
The body's gonna follow.
I'm ready, feeling the strength I borrow.
So next time the body's screaming that it's finished, that it's done, check the thought that's running first before you say you lost the one. The mind decides the ceiling long before the body hits the wall. Change the thought, extend the ceiling and watch the body answer the call. Strength was never waiting in the tissue, waiting to be freed. It was waiting on the decision, waiting on the mellow seed. Plant the thought that says continue when the body's gonna show.
The mind pulls the body. That's the only truth I know. Your body isn't deciding to stop. Your mind already did. And your body's just following orders. Change the order. Watch what happens.
That's the whole philosophy.
Breathe and go.
This and go.
That's the whole philosophy. Breathe and go.
This and go.
That's the whole.
This and go.
Yeah.
Chest gets tight, mind starts racing, world feels loud. I don't fight the panic, I just find my ground. One breath in, hold it, let it steady out. Don't need the answer now, just need to move without a doubt.
That's right there.
You don't gotta solve it all. You just gotta take the step before the next one calls. Breathe and go, that's the mantra, that's the code. 1 foot forward clears the fog off the whole road. And out.
Reset the mind.
Breathe, go.
Leave the doubt behind.
Anxiety lies, tells you everything's on fire right now. Truth is you just need the next move, figure out the how. I don't need the 5-year plan before I take a step. I need the breath to reset, and the will I haven't spent yet. Every heavy thought gets lighter when you break it down to one breath, one step, one rep. That's how the hardest things get done. You don't carry the mountain, you just carry what's in front. Breathe and go, that's the answer to the waiting, to the hunt.
This the reset.
Clear the mind.
Ignite the drive.
I'm ready.
One step keeps the fire alive.
Tired don't mean stop, tired just means breathe a little deeper. Confused don't mean quit, it means slow down and get it clearer. Picture of the step you're on instead of every step ahead. That's how you outlast the noise that's screaming in your head. I don't need the calm before I move, I make the calm by moving. Every breath the system reset, every step is proven. I don't have to have it figured out to still advance. Breathe and go, that's confidence, that ain't just chance.
Reset.
Advance. The mountain waits for no one.
I'm ready.
One breath, one step, then it's done.
Yeah. The world tells you solve it all before you take a breath. I tell you breathe first, solving comes after every step. Confidence ain't knowing every answer down the line. Confidence is moving forward when you don't, and still you find every champion. Whoever said they didn't have it planned, they had the breath, the will to step in, and they took a stand. I don't need the certainty, I need the motion and the calm. Breathe and go, that combination is the strongest bond. It's the round,
And it don't get the final vote.
I'm ready.
breathe it out and stay afloat.
Every rep under pressure taught my lungs to hold the line. Every heavy set's a lesson that the breath control the mind. I don't rush the reset, I don't skip the steady inhale. That's the difference between breaking down and staying well. Strong through the gale. Confidence built quiet in 1,000 tiny steps. Not in some big moment in the breath that never quits. I don't need the whole map, I just need the road right here.
Breathe and go.
That's how you kill the fear.
Breathe. That's the first move. Always.
That's the first move, always.
Go!
That's the second. Watch the pathway. What's the second? Watch the pathway. Breathe. That's the breathe and go.
So next time the pressure stacks up higher than you think to climb. Don't try to solve the mountain, solve the step one at a time. In through the nose, out through the wheel, reset behind your eyes and move.
That's the entire secret hiding in plain sight.
You don't need it all figured, you don't need a finish line in view.
You need the breath to set the motion.
That's enough to carry you.
Every hard thing ever conquered started with the same low key.
Breathe and go.
That's the whole philosophy.
Breathe